today.
Yeah, I agree with you. You look at Michigan's defense, I think that they're going to have to focus on Trevion Henderson. I mean, Trevion Henderson is the straw that stirs the drink when it comes to Ohio State's offense. He's a home run hitter, and Ryan Day has to run that offense through Trevion Henderson.
Big game, big game.
Defense to just contain him, no explosives. Then it puts Kyle McCord in a position where he's going to have to make some throws. Now, he has an outstanding receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. There's no doubt about that. But he also has a tight end, Cade Stover, who he likes to use too. That trio, Stover, Harrison Jr., and of course Henderson, that's the core of that offense, and Michigan's defense is going to have to deal with them today, this afternoon.
Wow, they're playing dead mouse.
Ryan Day chilling.
They're rocking dead mouse in Michigan.
Relax, ready to attack.
It's bad sign for Ohio State. Very bad sign. Very, very bad.
This game. What a dream.
Man.
What an opportunity.
Exactly.
You know what, Ryan just looked over here and gave us a grin.
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah. Here today, this is the kind of game that brings out people who lived and sweated and bled for this rivalry.
This is an amazing day.
Right now.
This is a spectacular day.
For being here first and foremost. So you are no stranger to this rivalry. Last time you played was back in 2007 with Ohio State, Michigan.
It's going to be crazy.
Playing in that kind of
it's going to be nuts.
Well, I mean, it's definitely all the stuff that you work for all year long, and it's a great game, great rivalry, and at the same time, you know, you can't explain. I would take almost all my Super Bowl rings, bring it back to playing one more game of these if I could, but it's an amazing atmosphere, great game, and you hope you come out victorious.
Wow, that says a lot. And so today you are the honorary co-captain with Aiden Hutchinson. What does that mean to you?
Let's go. What up?
I've been back 15 years in the NFL, and
what's good, guys? I'm just pulling up the chat. Let's get it. Let's go.
Hopefully,
come on, guys.
Blue win today. So.
Yes,
let's have a day. Let's have a day
Thank
today.
You again for being here. There is
let's go crazy
so
today.
More coming up on College Game Day.
I want to go crazy today.
Anywhere.
If we go crazy
At this
today,
point in the season, it's all hands
giveaway.
on deck. But for FSU, that means more after the injury to quarterback Jordan Travis, who is the Noles'
I still like
next
Florida
man up.
State.
We'll tell you all you need to know about
I still like Florida State.
And Aiden Hutchinson is going to tell us all we need to know about how to make some picks this afternoon. Our celebrity guest picker and Coach Corso making their Saturday selections next.
God damn, what? 12 legs. Let me turn this down. Let me turn the commercials down. I'm gonna turn the commercials down. It's 11:12 right now Eastern time, so yeah, we'll see what's up. Guys, like the stream. Drop a like on the stream. Everyone else will know that I'm streaming. You got to get these picks right. Big time Ohio State fan, but I think Michigan is more physical team and wins the game. Yeah, man, this game it's going to be very, very interesting. I like the under better than a side. I'll tell you what though. If Michigan can't run the ball, they're in huge trouble, right? So it's like Michigan's a better team. Michigan's more physical. Michigan's home field advantage. But my God, if they can't run the ball, I think they're in huge trouble. If Ohio State can't run the ball, at least they can try to do other things with Stover and Marvin Harrison Jr. They got Trevion Henderson this week. Ohio State's looked better as of late, right? They've looked better as of late. But how do you can't, there's no common denominator. Even Penn State and Maryland are both like way a step down in class. So it's not like, oh, well, Ohio State barely got by Penn State. Michigan beat Penn State pretty comfortably, and it was, at Penn State. There you go. It's not that easy. I don't think Penn State's very good. I don't think Maryland's very good. So both teams are yet to really be on the big stage. So here we go. We'll see. See what happens. That's the same for both teams. Whoever runs the ball wins. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, both are going to get some yards. Whoever's going to win the game is the cleaner team. This game is going to be low scoring. One fumble, one special teams fuck up, one big explosive play. That's the game. End of story. Because this game's coming down to the wire. So one big play, regardless who gets it, is the game. That's the game. If there's a punt return, if there is a muffed punt handing the other team like 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, like already in the red zone, if there is a fumble recovery, if one team is 1st and goal and they're about to score points and they turn it over, like that's the game. That's the game. Whoever plays clean today is winning the game. End of story. Cleaner team's going to win. It's going to be 20-17. 23-20. Maybe we'll go a little bit higher. 23-20. That's the score. I don't know who wins. The score is 23-20. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. All right, let me turn the volume back on. We're back. We're back, gentlemen. I can't believe college football is almost over. This is so sad. This is so sad. Wow. This is horrible. Horrible.
Inside the big house, 110,000 plus will be here for the renewal of this great rivalry between...
I don't know. Round robins, I don't know, man.
We pointed out, you need to cherish
Just
this
straight
one.
bet, straight bet,
As
straight
the Big
bet.
Ten goes away from divisions next year, as the playoff expands, the all or nothing feel that you only...
Yeah,
get
that
in
is true,
college
man. Whoever
football.
runs the ball.
You might
Yeah, you're
not
right.
get again in this rivalry, which has been defined by such games over the years. Florida and Florida State.
I like Florida State, man. I like Florida State today. People are saying like Florida State doesn't deserve the playoff. The backup coming in is good. He has experience. Like Florida State still has a pretty good quarterback. This kid's good. This kid's good. This kid's pretty good. He's pretty good. Florida sucks. I would bet Florida State today. That's a very reasonable number. What is it? 6.5? 6.5?
Travis is down at midfield.
I mean, Florida's on a backup too.
Knowing that was his last play as a player here, it's heartbreaking. We owe it to Jordan to go and finish what he started.
Our whole mindset after that moment changed. Losing him,
Dude, yeah.
genuinely
Give me
hurt
Florida
for a
State
team.
today,
Y'all have
man.
to rise up and
Give me Florida State.
make up for what we're missing with him.
Making sure we're making the job easier for
Michigan
the next
team
person.
total under?
Shoot.
Damn. Why
Tate to go beat
Michigan?
Jordan. He didn't go be the best
Why
for
not
him.
just the
He's capable
entire
of doing so
game to
much.
go under?
Like he's quick, he's really fast.
Interesting.
good
Very
arm.
interesting.
Cool, calm, and collected. Both get the ball where it needs to be. Simple as that.
And welcome to the day in the state of Florida.
Florida State is not life or death. No, it's more important than that.
We play those guys a whole lot.
Guys, like the stream.
Matter of
Drop a
record,
like
these
on the
teams
stream.
can Get up for this game.
This is a game that matters 24/7, 365.
You got 40 more minutes of game day,
Everything,
boys.
all seven.
This
This
big
game's gonna
game's
be
going
talked
off
about.
in 40
It's gonna be
minutes.
remembered.
Michigan, Ohio State. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a
There's gonna be
crazy
lot
day.
of heat on Florida
Okay.
if they can't be-
Let me pause. Something crazy's happening today. One big team will fall because yesterday all favorites: Texas, Oregon, Missouri. They all handled business and blew out their opponent. Something crazy happens today. Maybe Florida State loses. Maybe Alabama loses to Auburn. Maybe Georgia Tech shocks the world and beats Georgia. It's possible. Something crazy is happening today. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. Money back guarantee. 100%. Million percent. What's going on here? Come on, Streamies. Don't do this.
He's a guy with great vision, excellent cutting ability, and he can go the distance too. Now, when they
Yo, I'm gonna
don't
go get some water.
popped
I'll
in
be
the box,
back.
They're gonna go to the RPO system, and this is when Rodemaker is at his best. Look at the top. When the safety drum comes down, it's 8 in the box. He's gonna throw the ball where the safety leads, where he vacates. RPO, see him coming, throw the ball down to Johnny Wilson for easy pitch and catch with guys in his face too. This is what I love about Tate. He's gonna do the same thing in the red zone. You get a guy who vacates the secondary, tries to get active in the run game. He's going to throw the skinny post to Wilson again. So anytime they get numbers, they're going to go with this RPO system because Tate is extremely comfortable with that. Not enough guys in the box. They're going to run. Guy come out the secondary, gets active in the run. He's going to throw, and he's active, and he's very accurate too, Kurt.
Yeah, I think his
Yeah, I like
ability
Florida State.
is-
I
think
love
we all
Florida
see
State
it,
here.
right? I mean, we got a
I love
taste
Florida
of it in
State.
that last game. I just want to say about Jordan Travis that watching him from his freshman year to where he is right now, I don't know if there's another player that represents.
I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you guys a big secret. This is big news. This is serious, what I'm about to say. I think it's going to be close, but I think Auburn wins, or I think Bama wins today. I think Bama beats Georgia. I think Bama wins the whole thing. I would place a future right now on Bama to win the whole thing.
See, it's nothing against Tate and his ability. It's who takes over the leadership, the intangibles. When things get sideways, I'm going to find a way. That's been Jordan Travis these last 2 years. As Mike Norvell's built this program, he did it with Jordan Travis right next to him. That's not there.
Nah.
How are they going to respond today in a rivalry game? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and it feels like the
Kansas State, don't do it, man. Don't do it. That's going to be low scoring. The line was 11.5. The public's all over Kansas. Kansas State, don't do it. There's better games. I think that game could be sneaky. Maybe Kansas State wins, but I think Iowa State probably covers the spread. I think double digits is too much. It's they call it Farmageddon. It's going to be low scoring, smash mouth football. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would not touch Kansas State.
has an opportunity to be great. They have not been good at football thus far. They've lost the last 4. I don't know what's going on with Napier.
But if you like it, do it, man. I'm only some dude on the internet giving an opinion, man. If you like it, do it.
We'll see how the College Football Playoff Committee views it as well.
You know, if recent history is any indication, you ought to be able to run it a little bit. Steve, you got more trivia? You jumping up on trivia again?
I do. The last time an unranked Florida team beat an AP-ranked Florida State team was in 2004. Who was the Gators starting quarterback in that game?
Gators starting quarterback. I was
not Rex.
No. I was at that game. Ron Zook.
Hold on.
No.
Pat just got it.
Did he?
Chris Leak.
Chris Leak.
That's what
You didn't even blink.
Yeah.
You didn't even blink.
No questions.
Man, that's amazing. Too easy.
Wow. Here, boys.
In the big house. In the big house.
And who's got the biggest brain of them all? You tell me. You do. Thank you. You do. In the big house, big brain. That feels good, man. Shout out to Affleck. Give me an opportunity not to be a dipshit. And then
When that happens.
I'm so sorry.
Affleck
This guy goes off.
Affleck only sponsored the trivia question. They did not sponsor the last comment. Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
I'm smart for
Get
the
a
first
ball on the
time.
ground.
Pat McAfee has saved ESPN.
It is.
Okay.
DJ's killing it here, too.
We've got college football prime time tonight in the swamp. Herbie's headed down there with
A future bet on Ohio State. Solid bet, man. Solid bet.
On ABC, clean, old-fashioned hate. As Georgia and Georgia Tech square off. Pete Thamel now with the check down. Pete, what's the latest?
Reese, both coaching staffs here are just as excited as Pat. They're going to be at full strength today. The Buckeyes get 2 key defenders back. Defensive
Wow, look at that.
And star linebacker Tommy Eichenberg from Michigan.
I don't know.
The key returner is Roman Wilson, the star receiver and field stretcher. He missed the second half of the Maryland game. He watched in street clothes. He's dressed and will start. For Purdue, Hudson Card is back today. For Syracuse against Wake Forest, looking for bowl eligibility, Garrett Schrader is a game-time decision. Syracuse had 6 different players take snaps last week against Georgia Tech.
All right, Pete. Also, Colorado-Louisville today would be very surprising, though not definitely surprising, to see Shedeur Sanders in that Colorado-Utah game. Kentucky and Louisville coming up at the top of the hour.
Give me Kentucky.
4-1 in rivalry game as the Purdue
Give me
head
Kentucky.
coach, but did not play against Kentucky during his time at Louisville. Jack Plummer.
Louisville has got to be a fraud.
Transfer in from
10 in the country.
after starting his career at
They're in the
Purdue.
ACC. Get the fuck out of here.
Under Jeff Brom.
Give me Kentucky
This
today.
Would be one of those
Give me Kentucky.
That would be able to make the season for Kentucky.
There's a big upset.
Trash talking. They're exchanging unpleasantries.
Kentucky money line.
They're in Louisville when the Cardinals are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak at the hands of the Wildcats. They've been blown out by an average of 31 points per game in that one. So Kentucky and Louisville getting set to kick off. Texas A&M and LSU will also kick
That'll
off
be a good game.
at the top of the hour or just after it. Pete Thamel is back with us now. And Pete, after the dismissal of Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M has been embarking on the coaching search. What's the latest there?
Well, Reese, Texas A&M officials have long pointed to this weekend as the weekend they'd like to have their search finished up. There are multiple coaches playing today, Reese, that Texas A&M has been engaged with. One name that's expected to emerge in the next 24 hours is Kentucky coach Mark Stoops. He coaches a rivalry game against Louisville today, and the next 24 hours will be critical for his candidacy. Other names on the Texas
Kentucky
A&M radar,
upset today.
Coach
This is
Mike
getting
Elko,
juicier.
Kyle
Kentucky
Whittingham of
upset.
Utah, Jed Fish at
Kentucky
Arizona,
upset.
and Jeff Traylor at UTSA. One source cautioned me, Reese, things are fractured at Texas A&M. A lot of people had to put up a lot of money to pay out Jimbo Fisher, so don't expect this to be a linear search to the finish.
And it also might be one of those that on occasion might give a coach pause if he thinks.
Hold on. I got to cut the volume. You're Texas A&M. You're unhappy with Jimbo Fisher. You bought him out for $70 million. You're going to hire Mark Stoops. Kentucky doesn't win the big games. Yeah, they've been okay the last few years. Program's going in the right direction, but that's not the right hire. That's not your guy. If Jimbo didn't, Mark's really, I think that's a bad hire. That's idiotic. No way. There's no way. But Kentucky wins today, I think.
They're playing in the ACC title game, and they're also playing at home. Perfect spot for a upset. Kentucky has won last 4 against Louisville, making 5. Wildcats upset the Cards.
Wow, that would be a big one, Coach, if Kentucky
Kentucky's
was
gonna
able
win.
to do that. I'm down the stretch here. I went down and said, you know what? App State pulled off a big upset. They were out to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
Look out for the threat of a letdown against Georgia Southern. They get 9.5. They can hang around, maybe win it outright, Des.
I tell you what, guys, we're just talking about Florida State, Florida State on the road, going to the Swamp at night, 6.5. I do think the Rivalry's going to have a good game, and they may win, but just because of the rivalry, it sounds more like a 3-point game.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I got Florida State on the road in Gainesville.
Okay.
Another rivalry game, guys, in South Carolina. Spencer Rattler, amongst not having a lot of help on the offensive line all year, has put together a pretty solid year. I'm going with the upset here. I'm putting my stock in the Gamecocks.
That would put them bowl eligible, too, right, with a win.
That'd be huge. Obviously, the biggest game of Indiana today. The old Oaken bucket game, Indiana +5 going into Purdue. If Zach Edey and the Boilermakers basketball team was playing, I would pick them. Instead, I got the
What is it? What's the rivalry?
The old Oaken bucket.
That's the only reason you picked that. You wanted to say that.
The old Oaken bucket.
You know what? I don't care about trying to finish second. My only shot at catching McAfee is to take the biggest number on the board.
Oh, my God.
So I'm taking Stanford, 25.5.
Wow.
If I can get the Cardinal to come through, wow. Hail Mary, baby.
30.5 points for you. Give me
Hey, look out for Javon Holland picking
Wow.
up and going the other way.
Oh, man.
I like Kentucky. I like none of the others.
Jets picked up at a Hail Mary picked up Javon Holland.
House 100 yards.
Or no, I lied. I like Georgia Southern. Oh, we got commercials. Let's hold up. Let me bring up the slate. Let's see what the line movement is. Do you think Tennessee covers? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wasn't that on my official play video? Did I not give that out? Am I that stupid? By the way, guys, am I that stupid? Tennessee. I thought I gave out Tennessee. People are scared to lay big numbers late in the season, right? It's usually the first week or two. Big teams, non-conference games, spreads in the 40s. 27, that's too light. Tennessee has got their ass whooped 2 weeks in a row. Now they get Vanderbilt. They are going to completely take out their frustration. Tennessee by 40. I would lay 27.5. The line's gone up. It was 24-25, somewhere in there. It's gone up a few points. I would take Tennessee at home. How do they Vanderbilt is horrible. How does Tennessee not cover? I mean, they could sleepwalk their way to a 30-point win. Yeah, I'd lay the points with Tennessee today. Absolutely, I'd lay the points with Tennessee. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let me pull up FanDuel. By the way, guys, if you're just coming through the stream, drop a like on it. Smash the likes, because there's some people that I don't recognize in the chat. And Well, I recognize that they're not there, so that'll let people know that we're live right now. Get some more people come through. Get some more discussion going on these games here. What else? What else is here? I'm going through the slate right now. I'm scrolling, guys. I'm trying to find something good. Maybe Utah at home. The spread has come down a little. That concerns me. But the sharp money's on Utah. It's 20.5. Colorado has completely quit. Physically, this game shouldn't be close. The low total scares me, only being 46.5. It's going to be hard to cover that number with a low total. I don't know. I'd consider Utah. Maybe consider it. That's not a great one. What else we got here? BYU, Oklahoma State. Yeah, I can't do 16.5. Bama, Auburn sitting at 13.5. God, you can't touch that game. I don't want to go against Auburn, but it's a rivalry. I can't take Bama on the road here. Tennessee is still 27.5. Interesting. What else? Something good. There's got to be a gem in here. What game just looks like a home run? I'll tell you one thing. Wow. Washington State. Despite public money on Washington State has come down from 16.5 to 14.5. I'd take the points. I think Washington's sort of fraudulent. They're sort of soft. Rivalry game. Maybe take 14.5 Washington State. That's just crazy, though. Road game against Washington last game of the year. There's better spots. There's got to be. Florida State still at 6.5. It hasn't got to 7 yet. I'd take it. Both teams are on a backup. Florida's not that good. Sure, it's a rivalry. I like Florida State today. West Virginia, I liked when it was single digits. That spreads up to 11.5 over Baylor. My God. If you could take a rushing prop, take West Virginia today.
This is what Ohio State and Michigan fans dream about.
You miss it, we shave it right down the center. The game means more this year than it has in a long time.
Nah, don't bet on Georgia, man. Don't bet on Georgia.
Inside the big house, Michigan and
Georgia
Ohio
could literally
State,
get upset
number
today.
2
Don't bet on
against
Georgia.
number 3. Big Ten
Georgia
title,
Tech's a good
fought the
team.
Title game, fought the college football playoff at stake. Loser, no mulligan. As Ohio State was able to get last year, Buckeyes have taken the field behind us and just starting to warm up. As we get ready, there is Kyle McCord, the Ohio State quarterback. You know, bed check last night for the Buckeyes was at 8:30, lights out at 8:45. Doesn't mean that Ohio State was able to go right to sleep, because what's kept them up for 2 years is that Michigan has run for 550 yards and outrushed them by more than 340 yards in the last 2 meetings. That's Michigan's DNA. Ohio State's is big plays, and the cultures will clash on this field today.
The third-ranked Wolverines against the number 2 Buckeyes.
These teams match up really well. They're built to beat each other.
They have weapons all across the board. That's what Ohio State's offense is known for.
Yeah, they run the football. And
What an amazing day,
level.
guys.
It's definitely nice
Soak
to see
this
us
in.
clicking on all cylinders going into
Take this
game.
in. We don't have this any longer, so try to soak up as much college football as you can. It goes so fast. So sad. It's depressing.
Having a guy like that on
Soak
your
it
side,
in.
it's a little unfair
Soak
at
it in.
times. And he's put in
It's
his
been a
effort,
wonderful
goes and
year.
go and make the play.
It's been amazing.
It's going to be a great challenge for his defense to go against an offense that
I'll be right back.
plays.
Bounces outside and nothing but green grass. Touchdown, Blake Corum.
They come in and looking to run the football. You know, Corum is a really good back. You know, numbers speak for themselves. And
adding that extra motivation to this game, it's going to be different, Blake, out there.
We smash. We don't mind hitting people in the mouth. We're very versatile, and we have explosive players on our team.
McCarthy launches. Touchdown! That is a bullseye.
the quarterback is very creative and can make plays happen out of nothing. I think for our success, we just have to do our best to contain him.
You never know where we're going to attack.
Whether it's me running the ball or throwing the ball, we're going to do anything and everything to win this football game.
earn it, but so too will Kyle McCord and the Buckeye offense. These two defenses allowing Michigan. So, these two defenses are great, but there are weapons out there.
Yeah, defenses are certainly dominant. And the good way to beat a dominant defense is to have weapons in abundance. And this Ohio State team has just that. I know Marvin Harrison Jr. gets a big conversation, as he should. He's a top player in the country. He'll be a top player on Sundays when he's in the NFL. But let's look at some guys that you're going to hear about today that are on the Ohio State offensive side that maybe we haven't chatted about nearly enough. Running back, Trevion Henderson, okay? He just walked by me over here, an absolute dog. He's not just a monster, though. Sees two guys, right? Let me go ahead and cut. And then another cut. And he's out the gate against Minnesota a week ago. He has vision, he has power. Emeka Egbuka had over 1,000 yards last season. This year he's been banged up, a little bit injured. But he's saying he's healthier than he's ever been. Last week, able to get the end-around jet sweep, utilize his speed, should be even better this week.
I don't know about that, man. I don't think Washington needs to win big at all. Washington just needs to win. They're in. They don't need style points. Washington wins, take care of business, beat Oregon. They're 100% in the playoffs. So I don't think Washington does not need to win big. They just need to survive. They go undefeated, they're 100% in the playoffs. So no, I would not bet Washington today.
This season, and Kyle McCord's playing his best football.
Arizona, I don't know. I'd like them better if they're home. I don't like double digits. Double-digit spread. I don't like double-digit spread.
Now it's his opportunity to kind of make a name for himself, but it'll come down to this game in these next 6
It's just a weird weekend. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys right now. It's weird. Weird weekend. Avoid road teams.
Progressively got
avoid big spreads.
I think Trevion Henderson has a lot to do with that too.
Did you see him back there?
I don't know. It's just something feels weird. It's going to be a lot of upsets today. A lot of weird.
100 yards in 4 of the last.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a couple things that happen today that make no sense.
Weapons, but they want to break your will and run the ball if they have their offensive line completely healthy.
They really do, and that's their MO. That's how they're designed. They're made to just pound and punish the defense for 4 quarters. But when they want to throw the ball, let me show you some weapons that J.J. McCarthy has at his disposal.
I really like Tennessee at home over Vanderbilt. It's a huge spread. I really like Tennessee at home. I really like Tennessee at home over Vanderbilt.
Put the blitzing linebacker on his butt. Okay, now let's talk about Loveland. He's in a wing position right here. He's going to run an out and up.
Wow, they're getting snow for the Kansas State game, really? I got to look at that. I'm about to take the points. Hold up.
He's the guy who JJ looks for early in offense when he wants to throw the ball. And here he is now, flexed down in the hash. This is going to be 4 verticals against Sparty. The defender who's on Loveland is playing the skinny post. Watch JJ's ball placement.
Wow, it's snowing.
Shoulder throw on this play right here. And you can see Loveland just uses his body. An underrated playmaker. He's going to play today. Roman Wilson.
Heavy snow for the Kansas State game. Great call.
A post route right here.
Great call.
Looks like there's great blocking. They're going to run a stunt. Color's going to show.
Jesus. I'm gonna take the points.
Stay in phase with Roman Wilson, keeping his eyes down the field.
I'm logging in right now. I'm gonna bet on Iowa State. Where's that game? What time is that game?
Early and often. There's JJ right there. The last 2 games against Penn State.
Where is it?
And obviously against Maryland, wasn't throwing the ball a lot.
I don't even see it. 9.5. FanDuel, it's 9.5.
Who's finally healthy.
So I'm probably gonna buy half a point, I guess.
This game means a lot to him because he's never been full strength.
Maybe same game parlay. Hold on.
Donovan Edwards right there. Had a big game a year ago on the ground, but I also
so I'm gonna take Iowa State. I'm gonna do a parlay.
He's an excellent receiver out of the backfield.
I'm gonna take Iowa State plus 13.5. Or no, 14.5. 14 and I'm gonna take 14.5 with Iowa State, and then I'm gonna do under.
Jim Knowles' defense last year all the moves
53 and a
about
half.
the previous season was to bring Jim Knowles in to fix the problems, and he did until
That
Michigan
comes out
and
to
Georgia. But
minus
the entire
105.
offseason saying, you know what?
Same game
I'm at Ohio
parlay.
State. I'm not at
Iowa
Duke.
State
I'm not at
plus
Oklahoma
14 and a
State. I
half.
don't need to roll the
Under
dice and play zero and blitz
53 and a half.
do all the things that I've done. I think I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. Have safeties on the back end and try to
I just
avoid
locked
those
it in.
big
I just
plays.
took
And
that.
it's worked out for him.
Same
Up to this
game
point,
parlay.
limiting explosive plays. Remember this last
Snowy
year, late
game
the
in Manhattan,
they loaded up the line of
Kansas.
scrimmage. They test you on being gap sound and an inside
Iowa
zone
State
play. You
and
miss a
under,
tackle.
same
Where's
game
the
parlay.
safety? They got everybody at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to
And
be
this is
like
something that I think they went back and really looked at.
23 to
Here's Notre Dame this
17
year.
or something.
Still kind of have 8 guys up
Low
tight in the
scoring.
line of scrimmage. This play breaks, but you got a safety, and he's got eyes on the ball. There you go. Instead of being a 90-yard gain, it's a gain for 15. That's an eraser, having him in the back of the field, the back of the defense. Again, covered zero, rolling the dice against Michigan, playing man-to-man. You miss one tackle, nobody left. There's not a safety there. How many times have you seen that in this game last year where Ohio State...
So Manhattan, Kansas, what other games are out in that area?
Here's against Penn State. You give up a play, that's okay. That's going to happen.
If Manhattan,
Look like
Kansas
you
is
have
getting
other
snow,
defenders there to help out and prevent
what
a 10
other
or 12-yard gain
games
from being a 50 or a 75-yard gain?
might be
I think
bad
they're very
weather?
confident in that. The battle at the line of scrimmage, Tyreek Williams, 91, and this is it.
What
My call
other
is
games,
back.
guys?
You
What
heard
other
Keith mention
games?
that. He has to win in the inside of Ohio State's going to have a good day of getting off blocks. It's
Kansas
not the same
plays
Michigan
at
offensive line
Cincinnati.
that it was a year ago. They're not as strong as they've
Manhattan,
been in the last
Kansas.
couple years.
What else
so
is out
51
there?
and 91 will have to be difference makers with their quickness to allow Tommy Eichenberg to really be the quarterback of this defense.
Tommy Eichenberg also back.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Interesting.
huge.
He led
Both
the
those
team
guys
on
in
the
the middle.
field.
Yeah.
He was.
We're almost about ready to get to the picks, guys. They're going to start doing the picks here in probably
looking at that great recruiting class at Ohio State
8
had in
minutes.
2021 with Marvin Harrison,
5
with
to 8
Jordan
minutes.
Noel, with Jack Sawyer. If any of them were to declare for the draft, it's win today.
I'm going back. I'm going
or
back
never
to the
beat
book.
Michigan.
Let's
So
see
there's
what's
even
moving
that more
here.
added pressure. Steve, it's time now for you to make a pick in the game.
What else?
I got to go first in this one. Hey, I'm the rook. I'll go first. Listen, I think first and second down are so important for Ryan Day and this Ohio State offense because with this crowd, the way it looks like as they're coming in, third down is going to be enormous. I do believe Ohio State has the defense to slow this game down. I think 23 points wins the game. I'm going to take Ohio State in the upset.
Ohio State.
Guys,
3.5, so you're picking
at this
straight up
point,
win the game.
Yeah.
You know what? One thing about
at this point, I feel that Ohio State is too public.
They lead the nation in touchdowns scored tied. They've scored 4 times on defense this year. They can get a
I
defense.
gave out Ohio State. I like Ohio State,
Slow down this huge crowd.
but I'm really scared of just how many people are on Ohio State.
They're ready to stick his face in the fan. My man, whatever it takes.
This game's at Michigan. The whole world's on Ohio State.
So too is Aiden Hutchinson.
I don't know, guys. If you have not bet on this game, don't do it. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy this game. Don't bet on this game.
Aiden was able to hop in a car.
I feel like I think Ohio State is better,
This is the biggest human I've seen.
but I'm really scared of just how many people
this time of year
are betting. I'm really scared of just how many people are picking Ohio State today. Definitely concerning. Definitely concerning. What else is in here? What else? Kansas spread is up to a 7. It's gone from 6 to 7, but the whole world's on them. I think Jason Bean's going to play today. Cincinnati's really bad. So maybe look at Kansas, but you kind of missed the boat. You wanted a 6 or a 6.5. A 7, eh. Let's see here. Cal UCLA, kind of an interesting game. I'm not touching that one. Oregon, Washington, that's next week. Man, there's really not a whole bunch today. I mean, I guess they played a fair amount of a ball yesterday, some big games yesterday. I really like this Tennessee game. I got to be completely honest. 27.5. Usually you don't see a number like that at the end of the year, but Vanderbilt is so fucking bad, it's not even funny. Tennessee, they played 2 of the best teams in the country 2 weeks in a row. They got wrecked 2 weeks in a row, absolutely embarrassed. They're going to take out 2 weeks of frustration today on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not going to score. They're going to score 10 points, maybe. 27.5, yeah. Give me Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Seriously. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious about this. Tennessee is the gem of the day. It's off the radar. No one's talking about it. Nobody cares because it's Vanderbilt. Tennessee absolutely spanked, destroyed 2 weeks in a row. Big spread. Totally off the radar. No media attention. A nice, quiet, non-manipulated game to be fucking 50-0. Tennessee minus 27.5. I'm really trying to control myself and not go hard in that game. I might drop a nuclear bomb on Tennessee today. That is a big number, but I don't care. That is too light. That is too light. I just look at it. It is too light. 27.5 is not enough. They've gotten killed 2 weeks in a row. They played the best competition 2 weeks in a row. Two of the better teams in the country. Vanderbilt is going to stay within 20. So in each half of football played, Vanderbilt is going to keep it within 2 touchdowns. How is that even possible? I mean, Vanderbilt's defense is going to make that Tennessee offense look good. Tennessee's defense is going to kill Vanderbilt. Kill them. This is going to be a first-degree murder. 27.5 is too little. That spread should be in the 30s. That is a wrong number. That is wrong. That is incorrect. Tennessee minus 27.5. I like it.
Station 5.
Moments ago, the Buckeyes gathered right behind us. They were greeted by a chorus of boos from the maize and blue faithful. Every Michigan man in this building wanting to get after the scarlet and gray today. Our celebrity guest pickers, everyone is still chasing Joel McHale, whose alma mater is still undefeated and going to the Pac-12 championship game.
You took Ohio State on a parlay. 10.5. I mean, it's going to be low scoring. 10.5. It seems almost too good to be true, doesn't it? You think that's plenty? Boy, I don't know. You never know what happens at the end. You never know. But 10.5. I mean, 10.5. It should be enough.
Talk about the last one because the Lions are rolling. Coors Light Saturday selections coming up. Hayden, how's the adrenaline right now being back here for this game?
Yeah, man, it's everything. This game, this rivalry. I mean, I'm a little biased, but I don't think there's anything like it. I think Desmond would agree too. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game, man. This atmosphere. Yeah. It's untouchable. Kirk will agree too. We're good. Kirk.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a little rocky. We're good.
Right? Michigan in the all blues and gathering up and about to head into the locker room. Final instructions about 27 minutes away from kickoff or so. Coors Light Saturday selections. We're going to start.
This game is crazy. This is so awesome. This is amazing.
Championship game. Who wins it?
I love what Coach Brom has done with this program in 1 year. Louisville's number 10 in the country. I think there's a lot of substance. I don't think there's going to be a letdown in this rivalry. I'm going with Louisville.
Yeah, I like what Coach Brom has done with Louisville in his 1 year there. Coach Stoops' name is now up for Texas A&M. What does that do for that team? Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Look for Plummer to have to make plays, though. I like the Cardinals rolling into the ACC championship.
Yep. I think Louisville, they're playing to get into a top 6 bowl game, so I'm going Louisville. I think they got that extra motivation.
Not so fast, not so fast, not so fast.
Oh, wow.
Not so fast. Nice super dog.
And not so fast with me.
Yeah,
I'd normally be right there with Kentucky, but I think the big difference is this team has lost 5 of 6. They can't throw the football. They're one-dimensional with Ray Davis. I think Louisville's too good on defense. I got the Cards.
In the ACC, North Carolina State You got a little animosity there. The Wolfpack planted the flag in Kenan Stadium a year ago.
Absolutely.
Now it's in Raleigh. Who wins the game?
Coming to this season with Drake May, everyone's talking about him for the Heisman, maybe a first-round draft pick. They started to sputter lately offensively, so I'm going with North Carolina State to beat UNC.
Ever since Steve Smith Sr. called NC State a basketball school, they've really turned it on. They've won the last four, obviously.
That's
North Carolina loses to Clemson last week, but I have belief in Drake May. I think North Carolina wins this game. I have no idea if I like it a lot, but I do like North Carolina today.
I agree with you, man. I think UNC, tough loss last week, but I'll tell you what, though, they're going to have a lot of motivation coming into this next week. They get kind of embarrassed against Clemson. Give me UNC.
Oh, really? Not so fast, Detroit Lions. Not so fast.
Yeah, I don't know.
The game's played in
Weird
Raleigh.
game.
Big advantage. North Carolina State upsets Clemson. North Carolina.
You know, North Carolina gets all the attention. The fan vote has them at 78%. I don't think anybody's talked about North Carolina State or their linebacker, who might be the best linebacker in the country, Peyton Wilson. Give me Dave Doran and the Wolfpack to get it done there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Iowa State and Kansas State in the Big 12. Wildcats no longer have a chance to get into the Big 12 championship game.
That hurts
but they
them.
can knock off Iowa State and improve their bowl line.
Yeah, Iowa State's good on defense, but I just like the grind of Kansas State.
It's going to snow, low total.
Iowa State, and they
I would
beat
take
them
the
by 3
points with Iowa State. I think
Obviously,
Iowa
this year
State
for the
covers.
Kansas State team, especially early in the season. I think they end it.
I think
in
it's a
beautiful way.
4-point
Kansas
game.
State, the Wildcats.
Four-point margin of victory.
They're the better team. They got more to play for. That's it.
The Kansas State is the best 3-loss team in the nation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's it. Kansas State wins and covers.
I like that. They're the better team, and they got more motivation.
I don't know. I kind of like Iowa State. I sort of.
Tough place to play. I like the Wildcats.
LSU would like a word with you, LSU.
Sort of like Iowa State.
BYU and Oklahoma State. If Oklahoma State wins, they go to the Big 12 championship game. Lose, it's the Sooners.
I like the Cowboys' motivation.
Wow.
I love Ollie Gordon II. He's a tie for first in rushing.
That
yards
is
with
big
14,
motivation.
14. I'm going with the
I didn't
Cowboys
realize
over
Oklahoma
BYU.
State
We've learned
could
a lot
play
about
for the Big
Latter-day
12
Saints
title.
Folks, whenever we traveled out to Utah and the soaking and everything like that, they have not performed great on the football field thus far. So give me Oklahoma State with a trip to the Big 12 championship.
Yep, Oklahoma State for sure. You know, they've had a weird year, but they've had some big wins, and they're playing them at home. I like Oklahoma State.
Nice pick. Way to go. BYU's first trip to Stillwater. They'll enjoy Eskimo Joe's, but they won't. They'll lose the game. Oklahoma State.
Aiden, that's a good way to say they've had an interesting year. It's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster ride for them, but here they are. I think they're 60 minutes away from getting to a conference championship game. Nobody would have said that in August. Give Mike Gundy a lot of credit. They win today, and they go play Texas for the right to win a championship. That's pretty cool.
In the Big Ten, Paul Bunyan's axe up for grabs between Wisconsin and Minnesota. First exposure to this for Luke Fickell, and what's been an up-and-down season for the Badgers. Minnesota's in trouble on offense. Who wins the game?
Yeah, Minnesota's a lot of trouble on offense. The quarterback is not playing well. But this is a pick-em game, so I have to flip a coin. I'm going with the Gophers. Let's roll the boat.
Okay,
Minnesota.
you like P.J. Fleck in this one because of a quarter. I like Luke Fickell just because he's a dog. Give me Wisconsin winning the Axe.
No, I think it's going to be a really low-scoring game, but give me the Gophers.
Yeah,
give me the Gophers.
Nice pick. Nice pick. It's an upset, you know. At home, Minnesota upsets Wisconsin.
You like Luke Fickell. We all like Luke Fickell. I've loved him all year, and they're not winning enough games.
Yeah, it's been a bummer. All year, it's been a bummer.
It has been a bummer. I'm going with P.J. Fleck. Home game for Minnesota. They have a chance to get to a bowl game. I got the Gophers.
Okay, coming up at the top of the hour, Texas A&M and LSU. A&M in the middle of a job search. Jaden Daniels in the middle of a push for the Heisman Trophy, and this is his last opportunity to impress.
I tell you what, I've been so impressed with Jaden Daniels from game one, week one to now. I think that he's going to have a magnificent game against the Aggies. I'm going with LSU. Let's go, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, Jaden's number one in like QBR, yards, touchdowns, everything on the field. He's doing it. He's going to continue to do that. Give me the LSU Tigers.
Agreed. That offense, man, I don't think A&M's stopping them, so give me LSU.
LSU's victory, paying back for a loss last year. That's right, boy.
Yep.
And LSU covers.
Hey, the way I've been watching these NFL games, the mobile quarterback is becoming more and more of a thing in your world.
Oh, it's the standard.
Yeah, and it really is. And you think 10 years ago, no one talked about that. So you look at Jaden Daniels, not only is he going to win the Heisman this year, I think he's going to go to the NFL.
Wow.
I think
He just gave it to him, huh? Okay, all right.
Not only is he going to win with the 3 losses, he's going to go into his world and become a guy because he can throw it. He can buy time to throw. He can buy time and run. I think he's a very, very special player.
You're a Heisman voter, right?
That game, I don't know.
Wow, okay.
Tricky.
I watched like a 4-hour
Tricky game.
infomercial on why Bo Nix should win the Heisman last night. It was incredible.
Yeah, he is incredible.
Yeah. You know, everything he did was Heisman worthy. Look how him squeeze the bottle of water in his mouth. That's like a Heisman guy. I'm like, come on now.
You know, it feels like Jaden Daniels in some ways is a lot like the Lamar Jackson year. Now,
Yeah, I don't know about that teaser, Scott.
He'd been the dominant player.
I don't know, man.
Of course, there's still
I'd be cautious of Louisville, and to have the wrong side of the hook with Alabama.
This guy was a runner-up for the Heisman.
Auburn's going to come to play today, man. Yeah, I don't know. I would not recommend that teaser. I would not recommend that.
But I think the nose will. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? We're swinging for the fences. But no, I got Florida. I think that Florida will lose this game. I got Florida State winning.
Yeah,
but just by 3 points.
I think this is the right game for Rodemaker to come in. This defense, the way Florida's defense has been playing, has not been fantastic. I think Florida State is able to continue what they've done all year, even though the loss of Jordan Travis has baked into the Seminoles.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, even with the loss, I feel like they got too many offensive weapons, and you know they're going to come out on top. Florida State.
Yeah, I like Florida State today.
Florida State.
I'll be heading down there to call that one. You always forget. I just want to see how, again, Florida State responds. I think that's the thing. You were 2 years ago. You were the spark plug of this team. You know, you made a lot of plays, but you were the soul of this team.
Right. Yeah.
That's what Jordan Travis is at Florida State. You take that out. How do they respond without it?
Apple Cup, Washington State and Washington. Huskies already in the Pac-12 title game, but trying to remain perfect.
I think that the Huskies will win this. They're going to win it convincingly, too. They're going to go out there and put a number up on Washington State. I'm going to Huskies big.
You're like what Oregon did to Oregon State last night. You're doing the same thing, Washington
Style
State.
points matter now, buddy.
I can respect that, Cam.
Not for Washington. That's such a stupid take. They don't matter. Washington wins the next 2 games they're in. They don't have. They can win by 1 point. Beat Washington State. Beat Oregon. You're 100% in the playoff.
Agreed. I mean, I played Michael Penix.
You don't need
style
points.
I always thought he was a baller, man. And now he's finally making his Heisman case and doing what he's always meant to do. So give me Washington.
Washington wins, but I watch him close.
I think it's going to be somewhat
I
close.
think we all see what Cam Ward is capable of doing. You know, he's got Josh Kelly. Who he can
I think
coach.
Washington
He's got a lot of
State might
weapons
cover.
Coming off of a win. They lost 6 in a row until last week. So it's a rivalry game, but it's the fact it's in Seattle. Dylan Johnson, to me, can be the difference in the game. And Braylon Trice rushing and getting after the quarterback. I like Washington.
Okay, I need you to go really up-tempo here. Clemson and South Carolina.
I like Clemson over South Carolina in a close one.
That boy Sweeney.
I'm trying to look at some late line movement. I don't know. Everything's about the same.
2 touchdowns, Clemson.
See, this isn't fair. You go tempo. Jimmy tells me I'm here. Take your time. That's because I'm like, you know what? Now I'm over here dribbling. I'm dribbling at the top of the game.
See, I'm watching the band here. We're going to hit the anthem.
I know.
That's the whole thing.
I'm down here at the end. He's like, all right, you quick, and let me tell you about Devin Sweeney here.
Wait on America.
Yeah, I know.
How did it look last week against Carolina?
I do think Clemson wins the game. I think South Carolina's got a little mojo going.
That'll be an interesting game. I'm not really sure about that one, to be honest.
Clemson is the pick across the board as they have really turned things around since Tyler from Spartanburg called in, gave them a little motivation. Of course, the game of the day, and the rivalry games are important no matter where you are geographically, but this one carries national significance. That
it's going to be a crazy game. I just hope it's competitive, guys. Michigan or Ohio State, I don't really give a shit. I just want to see a good game.
I can't imagine what that memory is.
You know, give us a good game. 23-20. Whoever wins, I'll be happy.
About 45 minutes. at the 50, just trying to get across. Everyone's like, hey,
Yeah.
You earned that moment.
Yeah, that was great.
I was on the field with Big Twin for that game.
Was a cathartic moment there, and we're about to hear the Michigan Marching Band play our national anthem here in the Big House.
What a great game. What a great event. This is amazing. College football is just so cool.
That was like a Northwestern flight.
Man, that's amazing.
Flyover. Huge game coming up. Winner goes on to play for the Big Ten title spot in the college football playoff almost certainly. Loser, not much of a consolation prize.
It's going to be a good game.
Time, guys, to
Real
make
good
the
game.
picks. Ohio versus the world. Michigan versus everybody. It's the world versus everybody.
Yes, sir.
Who wins, Ohio State or Michigan?
I tell you what, without Harbaugh on the sideline, I think one thing that's missing is a
Doesn't
guy
make
who's
a
gonna work the
difference.
officials to get those calls. Really
I hate that
surprised
argument.
Last week against Maryland, that wasn't a targeting call against Roman Wilson.
People act like Harbaugh is like the play caller.
Line ready, and this game is going to be one.
They had
of the
him for
trenches.
10
I
weeks.
expect Michigan
They know how to
win
play.
this battle.
All right, guys.
They don't need Harbaugh.
Pat, you're up.
Okay, so let me tell you how I feel about what's going to happen here. I believe that Harbaugh on the sidelines does matter. I believe that momentum and everything like that counts. I think JJ has not played his best football the
That's
last
true.
2 weeks, but he hasn't been really asked to do
That's
so.
true.
I think Ryan Day knows that the future of him at Ohio State relies upon
That is
the
true.
next 60 minutes in this beautiful city of Ann Arbor.
That
I
is
think they got
true.
a lot to play for, not losing 3 straight. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes coming into Aiden Hutchinson's house and beating the Michigan Wolverines 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Man, it's such a public play, though, guys. So
That's all
public.
right. It's business. I get it.
And down at the bottom of the
Harbaugh on
screen,
sideline, man, I feel like the
fan
offense is
vote.
struggling a little bit. However,
that doesn't
I feel like
reflect
this
the
team is
betting.
taking on Michigan versus
There's a
everybody.
lot of money on
The whole world
Ohio
hates them
State.
besides Michigan fans. So I believe in the boys.
Let me look
to,
it up.
Block out the world, do their thing, win this game. Here in Michigan. Hey.
Yeah, I think the big thing is how do you handle Marvin Harrison in this game? I mean, if you're talking about a matchup, I don't know you want to leave him on an island. I think if you double him, it comes down to the line of scrimmage for Ohio
62%
State
of
against
bets
the
are on
Michigan
Ohio
Tigers.
State.
Who wins that battle? Can Trevion Henderson, who's been
Not
trending
terrible,
in the right
but
direction, can they get him on a track? He didn't play last year. In
I
this
try to
game.
avoid
And on the
public
other side of the
underdogs.
ball, how effective can Ohio State be at getting off of blocks? They could not. The last 2 years, Michigan's run all over them. I think Ohio State on the road, they've used this as kind of a motivation from last year's loss to this year. I think Ohio State will win the game.
Oh, good bid, good bid.
Yep.
Good. Here are the facts. Michigan is in the Big House, where they've won 21 straight.
Yeah, Washington will play
Michigan
Oregon.
has beaten Ohio State 2 years in a row. Michigan is a favorite to win again. With the facts like that, who in the world will ever pick Ohio State?
He's going to put Brutus. He's going for Brutus.
What's this all about, eh?
This is all.
Wow.
Brutus the Buckeye. First ever headgear.
Wow.
Thanks a lot for being with us, man. Always
Wow.
great to see you.
What a
We
day.
have had a great morning here in Ann Arbor.
What an
Junior
amazing
College
day.
Football Saturday.
Do we do our final rundown?
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation.
All right, guys, final rundown. let me just roll through the slate, see if anything's changed, anything sticks out. We've already gone through it a bunch of times. Let's see here. Anything good? Anything changing? Ohio, you can still get a 3.5 if you like Ohio State on FanDuel. You can still get a 3.5. It's juice bad though. Anything changing? Anything changing? Auburn is a 13.5 point underdog now. It's come down just a little bit despite the money on Alabama. It's not a glorious bet, but maybe look at Auburn and the points. Oklahoma State, obviously they have a lot to play for. Could win the Big 12 championship, but I don't know, 16.5, sort of a lot. What else? Maryland, Rutgers, I don't know, maybe an upset there. I mean, Maryland, I don't know. After last week, how much do they really care? 2.5 point spread, maybe Rutgers at home for a little bit of plus money on the money line. Anything else? Everything else is about the same. Anything else? Everything's about the same, guys. I think that's going to do it. Drop a like before you exit out the video. Helps out the stream. More people will find this. And I hope everyone has a big winning day. My official plays for NFL came out last night. Don't miss it. 4-2 last week. 4-1 last week. 3-1 the week prior. 7-2 over 2 weeks of NFL. Go look at my NFL official plays. I guarantee you